What's going on, everyone? This is Sporty Spence 17. I'm bringing you another video. Today we're talking about the Utah Jazz falling to the LA Clippers 117 to 103. I miss Lauri Markkanen. It's getting old losing, but that's kind of what I expect from this team now is losses. It's kind of sad to say, but there's some good stuff that happened in this game. John Collins had 20 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. Keontae George had 15 points, 3 assists, although he was a negative 25. Kawhi Leonard, give credits to him, he scored 41 points. I am liking what I'm seeing from Taylor Hendricks, even though he had 0 points. He had a great steal, and I think he had like really good moments on defense. In my opinion, I think he's been succeeding. I want to get this out here. I want Taylor Horton-Tucker off of this team. I know he had 15 points, he had a decent team. Just some of his decisions that he's making, it's not pleasing me. I really don't think he's much of a team player, even though he had 5 assists. But Kelly Olynyk is becoming a great trade asset. He had 13 points, he was +6. He had 4 rebounds, shot 80%. Like, I think he'd be really good on a contending team like Boston. Would they give us a first-round pick for him? I don't know, maybe. That'd be great, though. Jordan Clarkson had a rough night, 6 points, 27 minutes, 5 assists though. So he was trying to get the ball around, but he just the Clippers defense just kept shutting him down from any opportunity. I mean, he only shot 3 threes. Usually he puts up at least 5 or 6 threes, you know. Walker Kessler back in the starting lineup. I like seeing that. I like having him in the starting lineup, but Omer Yurtseven definitely did deserve to start the games that he did start. Yeah, I want Lauri Markkanen to come back, and I've been noticing a lot of people on Twitter. I actually just took Twitter off my phone because I'm getting kind of sick of the Jazz culture on there. I'm just being frank. Like, I'm sick and tired of people complaining about Ryan Smith and Danny Ainge and what they're doing. It's just getting kind of out of hand because I did expect this team to make the playoffs. I'm just being upfront and honest. I expect them to make the playoffs at the beginning of the season, but now I realize this is not a playoff team. But I do think that they could make trades to help them push for the playoffs later on in the season. Maybe I'm being too optimistic. I don't know. I like being optimistic. I really do think that we could make a good push for the play-in tournament at the end of the season if we make trades that revolve around finding players that complement Lauri Markkanen. I think that's where we need to start, if we're wanting to keep Lauri Markkanen. I'm not going to go into Lauri Markkanen trades because I really don't see the Jazz trading him away unless if some ridiculous trade comes our way, like 4 first-round picks and 1 almost all-star, and I don't know. I don't know what players exactly we could get. I really only know the Utah Jazz in the realm of things. I don't watch too many of the other players, but I would like to see the Jazz start making moves here in the next month or so. We definitely probably will be making moves around the trade deadline. I feel that is where the team is going. I would say probably about a third of the team will be off the roster, and we'd probably have a lot of new guys by come and end of the trade deadline. That's something that I think is going to happen. I'm going to give credit to Colin Sexton. Out of Colin Sexton, Taylor Horton-Tucker, and Jordan Clarkson, I think he's definitely been the one that has tried the most this season to succeed and help the Jazz win. Colin Sexton gets this really awesome fire in him when he starts making points, important points for the team as well. So that's just my thoughts on Colin Sexton. Although I did see an article that said that every time he drives to the rim, 10% of the time he turns it over. Taylor Horton-Tucker, he only had 2 turnovers, but they were all during that time span where we were within 8 points. So that really chapped my khakis. Really made me mad. And I'm just being, I feel like this is kind of an honest session with Sporty Spence 17. I'm not impressed with a lot of these guys on the team and the effort that they're giving, and I think a lot of it comes it's really easy to feed off energy when Lauri Markkanen is playing, but even when he was playing, like, some of these guys just weren't giving it their all, and I want players on the Jazz who give it their all like Lauri Markkanen. I think Keontae George is trying his best to give it his all. It's just hard for him to click for his brain to click into that mode right now because he's a rookie. Taylor Hendricks, I think will get there. I can tell he's trying really hard out there, and he is really raw, but I'm already sold on him from the 4 or 5 games that he has played. Ochai Agbaji, I'm impressed with. I like the way that he works. He works really hard, especially on defense. I'm really impressed with him on defense. He's just turning into a great role player, and that is something that I want to see him stick around, because I think gradually he'll become just an awesome defensive player. And then we have Taylor Hendricks, who I think will become an awesome defensive player. I want Keontae George to keep running the point, learning that. Now we can always bring in a veteran point guard who can mentor Keontae George. I think that would be really good as well. And then we have Lauri Markkanen, and then I want one other player by next season, starting next season, who is an offensive threat that can complement Lauri Markkanen really well. I'm dreaming here, and I know this will never happen in a million years, but just imagine if we had a guy like Tyrese Halliburton with Lauri Markkanen. Like, Lauri Markkanen would fit really well with the Pacers. I'm not thinking about trading Lauri Markkanen away. But if we could get a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, just imagine the impact that would have on this Jazz team, and just a crazy duo of Lauri Markkanen and Tyrese. Now, the Pacers aren't going to trade him anytime soon, ever. So don't get that idea. I'm just saying, I'm excited. I want Lauri Markkanen to stick around. I hope that we can trade players who want to win. So Lauri would want to re-sign with the Jazz and extend his contract. Some guys just need to step it up. I don't think some of them are going to, honestly. There's just people like that in the world who someone could tell them to do something a million times and they won't change anything. But I have seen some change in some of the players. I want to, I guess, under the radar, Simone Fontecchio, way to go. He's stepping up to the starting role right now with Lauri out, and he's doing good things for the player that he is. So, yeah, everyone, sorry for this kind of honest session, not as optimistic as normal, but I think just some things I needed to get off of my chest and say. So I hope everyone has a great rest of your holiday season. I'm traveling for the next few weeks, so there might be some videos here and there. But thank you all for the support. I really appreciate it, especially those who have followed me since day one. But if you're new, welcome. Thank you for subscribing and liking. It means a whole lot. In January or February, I actually have a really big announcement that I'm really excited for. So I just be prepared for my subs in Finland for a fun, exciting announcement. I hope everyone has a great holiday season, no matter what you celebrate. Take care, everyone. I will talk to you all soon. Don't you worry. Let's go Jazz. We love the Jazz. So take note, everyone. The future is bright. The future is still bright.